This is my STEINHART Ocean Military Vintage 1. I've had this watch for about 6 months now, and it did start on a bit of a sour note. I bought the watch directly from STEINHART in Germany through their website, and they sent it out about 5 days after I ordered it by Federal Express. Federal Express then sent it, I have no idea where they sent it, but they sent it to the wrong address, and it ended up on the other side of England. And when I contacted Federal Express after waiting in all day, they said, yes, we know where it is, and we'll put it on the truck the next time it's in that area, and we'll get it to you in the next 5 to 7 days. So basically I had to just sit around for 5 to 7 days. So I contacted STEINHART to see if they could help. And they basically said, well, we've got our money and you'll get it when you get it. As soon as I got that email from STEINHART, I contacted my credit card company and opened a dispute. And within 2 hours, I then got an email from STEINHART saying they've contacted Federal Express and they've actually paid them extra to have the watch sent to me from wherever it was, and it will be with me the next day before 12 o'clock. So I guess the moral is always pay by credit card. I was really disappointed with STEINHART's customer service, and it has put me off buying another watch from them. When I did get it, I was a bit disappointed with the watch, and I think that was down to the bad customer service, and I was going to send it back, but I'm really happy I didn't. I do really like the watch. When I got it, I wore it for about a week, took it off and didn't wear it for probably a month or so, because it just didn't feel right. And then I did start wearing it again, and for the past nearly 2 months now I've been wearing it, and it's not been off my wrist. So I'm really glad I didn't send it back. It runs the ETA 2824-2 movement. It's 25 jewels. It has a screw down crown, and it has this super lume vintage old radium dial. Basically what they've done is they've tried to make it look a faded colour, the dial and the markings, which in the photographs it looks really nice, but in reality I don't particularly like it. One of the reasons is because when a dial and the markers fade, they fade with some sort of shade, so they'll shade, the shades will be different. With this, it's all very even, so it doesn't have that feel to it as a vintage, but it's a new watch, so you can't really complain about it too much. If they'd had the option where you could have a white markers or this old radium type, I would have gone for the white and just let the dial fade. I'll be interested to see what it's like years down the line, what it fades like. It glows a nice green colour, which looks great. The back of it is a screw down. It has this seahorse logo on it. Now when you rub your finger on the back of it, it is very rough, but you don't feel it when it's on your wrist. The other thing is, if you look on the dial, I have to change the hands, there we go. You can see it's got a depth rating of 200 meters. In actual fact, it's 300 meters. Now the reason they've put the 200 meters on, because it's a homage to the Rolex Milsub. The original Rolex had a depth rating of 200, so they've tried to keep it as original to that as possible. On the back it does say 300 meters, but my camera's not going to focus that well on it. And they've actually changed the dial for 2015. It now has the STEINHART logo, the STEINHART name, and underneath it says Ocean 1 on it, and it does say 300 meters on the new dial. I'm actually really happy that I've got this watch, because I don't like the new dial, because where it says Ocean 1, I think it's a bit unnecessary. I like dials to be clustered, I should say. So this one's a lot better, I think, than the new one. It's 42mm wide, and that's without the crown. It's 13mm in depth, and it has 22mm lungs, which is brilliant because you can change the strap, and I've put it on this old ammo type strap, which I think looks really nice on it. It suits it very well. It came on this bracelet. Now the bracelet is really nice. I haven't even opened it. I'm not a big bracelet fan, but it's really well made. If you compare it to a bracelet from my Rolex Sea Dweller, I would say they're just as the same. The quality wise is really good. The Rolex is 20mm, this is 22 obviously. The only downside to this is it's a very tinny buckle. It's not nice at all. It really lets it down. But considering you're only paying €350 for the watch, you can't really complain too much. I think the buckle just on this Rolex buckle alone would cost more than the actual watch itself. It has a domed sapphire crystal which has got anti-reflective on both sides. It's pretty good. It does. You can see the inside of my light box quite a bit, so it's not really as good as some watches, but again, for the price that you're paying, it's great. It has minute markers all the way around, which was a big factor for me. When I was picking this watch, I looked at the other STEINHART watches, and because of this, it did make me want to buy this one more than what any of the others. The others had markers just down to 15, and then it had the gaps, and then just the 20, 25, 30, etc. I do use it a lot as a timer, so to have minute markers all the way around, it was an important thing for me. It's got a really nice solid click to it, really good, and it stops exactly where it is on the markers. My Seiko that I've got, which I'll do a review of, and I'll put a link up here for it. It's not as good as this, I think, and the Seiko was obviously cheaper, but it doesn't have the same sort of crispness to it. This is a lot better. I do the hour markers, the hands, I do really like them. They've got these dagger hands, or sword hands some people call them. I really do like them. At night time, when it glows, they're really easy to read. The nice big chunky hands. Screw that back in. The crown is a bit stiff when you're screwing it in and out. It does sort of dig into your hands a bit. But all in all, it's a fantastic watch, and because it's 22mm, you can find straps that will fit it. I've got some really nice straps for it. I'll put some photos on at the end of this video to them. It looks really nice in a brown leather NATO strap. It goes well with the hour markings. But for the price, it's a fantastic watch. I think if you can get them, you should pick one up. You won't regret it. But if you do, buy it from STEINHART, pay by your credit card,